Alright, hi guys. Welcome back to my channel. My name is Gabby if you don't know me, and today I'm going to be doing a little pregnancy update. I am currently, let me check how many weeks I am. I'm currently 38 weeks and 3 days, so I'm pretty well into my third trimester. Since I haven't done an update in a long time, I'm just going to do third trimester symptoms that I've noticed have stayed kind of consistent throughout the whole trimester. So the first one is my acid reflux, which has been awful. Same with my first pregnancy, was absolutely terrible. I used to just take Tums, but it really didn't do much, so I ended up switching Prolosec, something like that. And it's actually been working out really well. I've only taken it for like a week. You're only supposed to take it for 14 days anyways. So the next thing is during the third trimester, the main thing is a lot of pelvic pain. Like I can actually feel like my bones like moving, and it hurts. I can feel them moving and it hurts pretty bad. I didn't really notice it. I noticed it a little in the second trimester, but it really wasn't that bad. It was more when I was exercising that I noticed like, ooh, this is a little uncomfortable, but also exercising made it feel better sometimes. So yeah, and sorry about that, the AC's on in case you guys hear that. But yeah, another thing is I've noticed my belly start to drop. This pregnancy I carried it really high. Hadassah was further back, so it was never this big, but I've noticed her start to get a lot lower. She's still pretty high up because her butt is like right here, but yeah, she has gotten a lot lower and I can feel her head like moving down. At one point her head was really low and then she moved a little bit and it felt a little bit better, but also like I don't want to move up too much because I want this baby out soon. So that's another thing I noticed. I can, with Hadassah, she didn't really move very much. I could like see her movements if there was like a kick, and it was just completely random. With her, like she moves so much that I can just like watch and see her go back and forth and stuff, and I can feel it all the time. So that's different. Obviously another thing is out of breath a lot with allergy season, and I have asthma already, and then this like 10-pound baby on me, I feel like, and like everything's growing, that like I just get out of breath really easily. Talking makes me out of breath, walking up and down stairs makes me out of breath. I've still been trying to work out here and there, but I kind of stopped this past week just because it's been very uncomfortable to just walk, and I have been like extremely tired. I don't know if like I'm gonna go into labor tomorrow or something, but like lately it's just been so exhausting. I feel like I'm gonna fall asleep all the time. And at night I don't sleep very well because I can't get very comfortable. She does this thing where she puts her butt here and like feet here, or will flip-flop it. So there's constantly something like pushing on my side, so like my back tends to cramp up on the sides a lot, and like even just going like this I can feel how like tender the muscle is. So, and then my midwife actually told me that I can lay on my back just to put a little cushion up, and if anything feels like you're like doesn't feel right, to just move to another position. So she said it was okay as long as there's a cushion and that I'm being aware of if something doesn't feel right, because she said by the time that it actually like damages anything with you and the baby, you're gonna feel it. So I've been trying to sleep on my back, but also like I'm not a back, I'm like total stomach side sleeper all the way. I hate sleeping on my back, so it's hard to switch at this point anyways. Another thing that didn't happen with my first actually is that I'm actually producing milk. I didn't stop nursing Hadassah until it was December when I stopped nursing her, and I got pregnant in September, so like 3 to 4 months in. So I was still like producing milk, not a lot obviously, but with this one, because of that, I've been noticing like a little bit of leaking, not enough to where I need a nursing pad, but that's very different. With Hadassah I never leaked, and my milk actually came in quite a few days later than normal. So yeah, the leaking didn't happen until I was already like fully pumping and nursing, and like it was because I was like there's just so much milk coming in at once. But this one, before even the baby came, I've noticed it, which is kind of weird for me. And then one other update is I was taking progesterone for this pregnancy because my progesterone was low, and they only prescribe progesterone to people until 37 weeks. So everybody stops progesterone at 37 weeks. If you are still low, they have you do a non-stress test, which is where they just put 2 monitors on, one for the baby's movement and one to see if you're having any contractions, and they monitor you for 20 minutes. So my progesterone was still coming out low with the dose I was taking. I was taking 200 like milliliters, I think, not liters, I don't know, 200 something of progesterone, and they were injections, and I was doing those twice a week for a majority of the pregnancy. I only got to drop down a couple times, but at around 34 weeks it was really hurting. Like I was getting really sore, I was having trouble at work, like sitting would hurt really bad. So I went down to 100 and started taking suppositories also with that, and it helped it kind of stay a little higher, but not enough to not have the NSTs. So I'm doing the non-stress test. I've only had one. At 37 weeks you start them, and then you get them weekly. That's kind of my update with progesterone, and those are kind of the main symptoms I've been having through my 3rd trimester. So yeah, and then also I figured I would include in this video some pregnancy must-haves that I've really been liking. My first one is a pregnancy pillow. Oh, my battery's flashing, so we'll see how much I get filmed. But a pregnancy pillow. I love my pregnancy pillow. It's just from Amazon. I'll link it in the description. But I think it's just your basic one. I don't know. I watch another YouTuber and she has the same one. So just one from Amazon. Another thing I recently got for postpartum actually, but I wish I had throughout my pregnancy, is a 30-ounce tumbler. It's just easier to keep track of how much water I'm drinking a day. This one is not a Yeti. It's like, I don't know, this brand, I don't know. I got it on Amazon. It was only $15. You can put a straw in it and everything, so I really like it. A Yeti's obviously a little nicer, but I don't mind that. And then another thing that's been really helpful, especially like in my 3rd trimester, is a birthing ball. I've been sitting on that a lot and doing like certain things, and it's really relieved the pressure off my hips and back. But if you guys don't have that, I didn't have it for my first pregnancy. It totally isn't like a huge deal. One thing is, I worked until, I want to say 35 weeks with this pregnancy, and then with my last pregnancy I worked up until 40 weeks. And one thing is, a good pair of sneakers made a huge difference. I was like at 2 hours, like my whole body would hurt, and then I changed the shoes I was wearing, and I could work probably like 4 to 6 hours without getting as like painfully uncomfortable. Like I was having shooting pain down my leg and everything. So that really made a huge difference. And then another thing that's like, I feel like it's kind of a luxury, but it definitely made a difference with this pregnancy and my last, is I go to the chiropractor weekly. And with my last one, with things being closed, I can't really do this. With my last one, I had a prenatal massage also, and I so wish I could get one right now. But that was really helpful. So those are 2 things that they're luxuries, I will say, but it makes a huge difference having like your body all in check, because things are changing so quickly that like my back gets messed up so easily. And my muscles are constantly sore, even though like I'm not doing full-blown workouts. So yeah, those are some things that I feel like are pregnancy must-haves that I just wanted to include in this video. So I hope you guys enjoyed watching, and I will talk to you later. Bye.